day, a very religious man asked Jesus, "What must I do to live forever with God?"
What must I do to live forever with God?
He didn't ask Jesus to learn, but instead he asked Jesus just to see if Jesus understood God's word like he did. "Tell me," Jesus said, "what God's word says about this."
Tell me, Jesus said.
What does God's word say about this?
What does God's word say about this?
No doubt, showing off a little bit, the man answered, "Love God with all your heart, with all your soul and strength and mind."
Love God with all your heart, all your soul and strength and mind.
"And love your neighbor."
And love your neighbor as yourself.
Jesus said, "That is right.
That is right.
Do this and you will live."
Do this and you will live.
But the man wanted to prove that he was already doing everything right and that he didn't need to change his behavior, so he asked, "So who exactly is my neighbor?"
So who exactly is my neighbor?
In other words, he really wanted to know who he had to love and who he could just ignore.
Okay.
So Jesus told a story. So once upon a time, a man went on a trip, and he was beaten up, and he was robbed by thieves, and then the robbers stole his clothes and left him to die on the side of the road.
I'm hurt. Really hurts. Please help me.
A priest walked by, and he saw the man, but instead of stopping to help, he switched to the opposite side of the road and kept on walking. And then a Levite went by, and he also saw the hurt man, but instead of helping, he too walked by on the opposite side of the road. And then a Samaritan man went by, and the Samaritan man saw the man, and he helped him. He bandaged his wounds.
Thank you.
And then he put him on his donkey, and he carried him to an inn. The next day, the man gave the innkeeper money, and he told him to take care of the wounded man until he returned.
Thank you for helping me. You are so kind. You're welcome. Come live in my house. There's lots of food for you to eat.
Now, the religious man probably didn't like Jesus' story very much, because people at that time that were the same religion as Jesus, they didn't like Samaritans. And Jesus,
I don't like Samaritans.
And
Why are you
Jesus-
telling me this story?
Jesus' story had the Samaritan man as the hero. But Jesus said to him, "Which man was truly the neighbor to the hurt man?"
Which man was truly the neighbor to the hurt man?
And the religious man said, "The one who took care of
The
him."
one who took care of him.
Jesus said, "That is right.
That is right.
Go and do the same."
Go and do the same. Yes, Jesus. Goodbye. I shall go and do the same. You too. Do the same thing Jesus
I hope
tells
you're following Jesus' love. And bye.
So that is the story of the Good Samaritan. It's a story that Jesus tells to help people understand just what he means when Jesus says that we have to love everyone. He doesn't mean that we only love the people that we like or who look like us or who think like us, who we always agree with. Jesus' story shows us that the Samaritan man, the most unexpected person in the story, is the person who did the best job of loving his neighbor. And that's exactly what Jesus wants us to do too. So, our theme this week is be kind. And this is a great story that shows us exactly what that looks like for Jesus. And hopefully for us too.